Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You guys, I am so excited for today's video. Ooh, I'm so excited. So if you've seen the title, you know we are doing a what's for dinner video, and I'm cooking this whole week and showing you guys what I made for my family. And if that wasn't awesome enough, let me just tell you, this video is in collaboration with SheSheRose, Shelia, my girl. We got the same nickname, almost the same exact name. And you guys, she is a whole vibe. Like, do you know about her? Have you seen her videos? Please go check her out if you do not know anything about Shelia. She is amazing. She is a mother to the cutest little girl. She comes with all the cleaning motivation, all the comfort cozy cooking meals, all the decorating, all the things. You guys, I love her so much, and I know that you guys are gonna love her too. So when you're done watching my video, please go check the link in my description box and click over to her video and get some more inspiration for some meals. But let's go ahead and get started today. I know you're hungry. Let's go. All right, guys, so we are starting off with some spaghetti. Now, this was a request from my 8-year-old. He had been asking me for some spaghetti, so I went ahead and made sure I made him some spaghetti. So I showed you there all the ingredients that we're going to use. It's pretty basic spaghetti, I think. I don't do anything too fancy. So I'm just chopping up some onion, some garlic. I'm going to get that into the meat here that I have in the pan. I also am going to make some green beans. So I put some butter and a little bit of the onion and garlic in that other little pot that's in the back right there. And you'll see me kind of, you know, going back and forth between pots and things like that. But yeah, we're just going to brown up the meat, get the water boiling for the pasta, and then go ahead and get these green beans in there. So in my green beans, I love to just put some diced tomatoes. I personally like tomatoes in my green beans. My kids don't like them so much, but they're big enough chunks they can just pull them out, and I think it just adds to the flavor. I'm just using like onion powder, garlic powder. I did put some of that chicken bouillon flavoring, a little bit in the green beans as well as in the water for the pasta. Now I'm gonna be using like a whole wheat pasta, so it doesn't have so much of a flavor. So I like to make sure the flavor of the water is on point. So if you see what I did right here, I added just a touch of half and half into my spaghetti sauce. Now honestly, this is the first time I've done this. I saw another YouTuber do this. Kiara did this, and I thought I'd give it a try because my daughter has sensitivity to the acidity in the tomatoes. And you guys, it was perfect. Like, I didn't put enough to change the flavor of the tomato sauce, but it brought down the acidity of those tomatoes. And that was it. It was literally just the basic spaghetti. I made some garlic bread. We had the green beans, and boom, bam, there you go, a whole dinner. So here it is. We are starting off Taco Tuesday. You guys, I don't know about y'all, but Taco Tuesday is a thing in this house. Like, tacos are life. I could never give up my tacos. It's just in my blood. That's what me and the kids always say. It's in our blood. It is in our blood, you guys. We just love tacos. So we always have Taco Tuesday. So I'm going to be making some rice, some beans, and then of course the tacos. So in this red pot here, this is my rice pot. It's a Dutch oven. It's my favorite to cook rice in. I went ahead and took that onion. I divided it into my 3 pots. So in this red pot for my rice, I have olive oil. I put a little bit of the onion in there, and then here I'm measuring out my rice. So to cook your rice, it's 2 parts, water to 1 part of rice. So whatever measuring utensil you use, 2 to 1, it doesn't matter which. So I use that little Tweety Bird cup. Here I put some garlic powder, I believe, onion powder, garlic powder. And then here, this is the caldo de tomato. So it's like a tomato bouillon, basically. And then I'm adding my water, and I'm just gonna put the lid on that. Oh, look, I added a little bit of sazon to it, so I like that really intense red color. But when it comes up to a boil, you stir it one last time, make sure nothing is stuck to the bottom, and you'll put the lid on it and completely forget it for, on my particular stove, is like 12 to 13 minutes. Most people, it's about 15 minutes. Put the lid on it, forget it. When the 15 minutes goes off, turn the burner off that's on low, turn the burner off, and do not lift the lid. Like, just leave it for another 5 to 10 minutes. Let it rest, and I promise you guys, it will be perfect rice every single time. So in the back there, I just used some canned pinto beans with a little bit of the onion I chopped up, onion powder, garlic powder, same old seasonings. In the front here, I'm just using some ground beef. My son requested ground beef this time because I've been doing other types of tacos lately, but ground beef, onion powder, garlic powder, some dried cilantro, some paprika. I really like that. The red coloring, and that Spanish style paprika I have has a little bit of a smoky flavor to it. And that's it. You're just gonna cook your meat. Now, I do have a trick with my meat. Once it's cooked and you think it's like cooked and done, most people stop there. They turn it off. But I actually cook it a little bit longer to where it gets a little bit crispy and the flavors kind of caramelize a little bit. So good. Now, sides for our tacos. We always have cabbage. We don't do lettuce on our tacos around here. It's always cabbage. So I just shred up some cabbage, put some lemon juice on it, salt and pepper. Boom, bam, it's done. Now, typically I would have some pico de gallo or something, but I just was out of tomatoes, so that didn't happen. Rice, we're using corn tortillas tonight, and that's it. Real quick and easy. I did have some salsa that I had made earlier in the week, so that's what's in that jar. Some cheese and the cabbage, and that's it. We serve our tacos with the rice and beans inside the taco instead of on the side, but you serve yours however you like, whatever works for your family. And I mean, it's so interchangeable. You can change the toppings, you can change the tortillas, you can change the meat, whatever you want, make it your way. So here, can you guess what we're gonna make? Can you guess?
Healthy and delicious for us.
What are we making? You don't know what we're making. Just take a guess with what you see.
I see chicken, broccoli, and noodles. So I think you're gonna fry the broccoli and then cut up the chicken. Make chicken pasta.
Chicken pasta, okay.
And
with these ingredients, what kind of sauce do you think we're making?
We're making like a cream sauce.
Okay, a creamy sauce, okay.
But it has, like when Mom makes it, sometimes...
Can you read these noodles?
Finkins?
Sound it out.
Fentung? Fettung? Fentung? I don't know.
Fettuccine.
Fettuccine.
So what do you think we're making? Alright guys, so you guessed it. We are making some fettuccine alfredo. Now I will say, I do not like a lot of alfredo sauces. I won't eat any kind of jarred alfredo. I hardly ever eat alfredo sauce at like a restaurant and stuff. So I'm just kind of picky about it. And I found this super easy recipe on Pinterest, and it's just a couple ingredients. So yeah, I've given it a try before. It's good. It's nice and rich. Sometimes it can be too rich, like today's version of it, but it's delicious nonetheless. I would just maybe use some milk instead of so much of the heavy cream that I used. But yeah, so I'm just pan cooking these chicken breasts here. They've been seasoned up. I'm getting the broccoli started in the back with just some butter and some seasonings, and then the fettuccine is boiling here in the pot. So we're just getting it all done at once. And I honestly hadn't cooked with fettuccine in as long as I could remember. Typically, I would just use a spaghetti noodle for everything, but this was actually, they were good. It was good. It was nice to have a change, and I just added some butter to it to keep them from drying out. And yeah, so I'm using the exact same pan that I cooked the chicken in. All that flavor right there, I did not want to lose all that flavor. So my fettuccine sauce is not going to be like as white as it would be, because obviously I have all those red and orangish colors from the chicken seasoning. But I'm okay with that because it was tons of flavor, and I'm okay with that. So I put a whole stick of butter in here and just let that melt down. And then I put a whole block of cream cheese. Now, this is where I think I maybe could have put like half a block of cream cheese, because it was really, really, really rich. So that might be something that I change in the future. And then I'm just going to be using the heavy whipping cream. That's also something that I might change in the future. Put like half heavy whipping cream and half like regular milk or something a little thinner. And then I just put that leftover Parmesan cheese that I had. So it was like maybe a quarter cup. It wasn't a whole bunch, but it was all that I had left on that block. And let that melt down in the sauce. And that was it. Last minute, I decided to go ahead and make some crescent rolls. And so I'm just going to pop those in the oven real quick. And once again, you guys, this was a super simple dinner. It was easy, it was quick, and it was delicious. You guys, when I tell you that my heart hurt when that chicken hit the floor, I was devastated. Luckily, I had made plenty. So this is the finished product, and it was so delicious. You should definitely give it a try with the few tweaks that I made.
Hey guys, it's dinner time. So tonight I'm going to cook some burgers. I just have this bag of frozen burgers. Beef burgers, they're 80-20 burgers, but you know how I roll around here, or if you're new here, maybe you don't, but there's a lot going on here, a lot of kids, a lot of stuff, and I didn't pull these out in time for them to be completely defrosted, which is fine, because I'm going to cook them in my air fryer, and I can cook them from frozen. It's not going to be a big deal, but yeah, so we're just going to use some pre-made patties, and make some burgers. We'll cut up all the toppings, and I think I'm gonna make some sweet potato fries for on the side. Let's get started.
Alright guys, so this is pretty self-explanatory. I am just going to season up these burgers. This is some bacon and chive seasoning from Sam's, onion powder, garlic powder, and some paprika. And that's about it. I'm gonna season them up on both sides and cook them in the air fryer. This dinner did take me a while because I cooked everything in the air fryer. So I had to cook one thing after the next, and in multiple batches for the burgers. So it did take me a little while, but that's okay. It was all delicious and all worth it. And I think it's pretty self-explanatory. So maybe I'll just play some music through these clips. I will say I made some sweet potato fries, and my kids were not a fan. I think I was the only one that like ate them and enjoyed them. So that's probably not going to happen again in the future. But it was worth a try, and I thought they were good. So yeah, let me just go ahead and play some music for you guys, and I'll catch you in the next meal. actually love cooking my bacon in the air fryer. I think it comes out perfectly. And if you haven't done it, you should definitely give it a try. This night ended up ending kind of crazy, and I was dealing with the baby. And so I actually didn't get to eat until the kids went to bed. But here's my burger.
Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back. We're going to be cooking today. So, it's in the middle of the day. It's 11:40, but we're going to go ahead and start on dinner. So we're going to be making a roast, and I'm going to be putting it in the crock pot / pressure cooker. My pressure cooker, but on the slow cooking feature. And I'm just going to bring y'all along for preparing dinner, and then later on this evening when it's ready and I prepare whatever sides, I'll just bring y'all along. Yes, ma'am. As you know, it's total chaos around here. What, baby? She is letting... The baby's crying. I know, I hear him. Daddy's in there. She's letting me know that the baby is crying. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. I'm going to show you everything that I do. And yeah.
Alright guys, here we are. We're going to start this roast. I actually was prepared, you guys. I defrosted this the night before in the refrigerator. Yay me, because I'm usually scrounging around at the last minute. So I'm just going to season up this roast. Gonna massage the seasonings into the meat a little bit, and I'm gonna brown it in the pan just to get a little crust on the outside before we put it into the pressure cooker / crock pot. This is everything that I used to season it. That little squeeze bottle right there is olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, if you guys are ever wondering. And so yeah, we're just gonna throw everything in at the last minute. I do decide to add a little bit of this slap your mama to the top of it. I didn't add enough. You really didn't taste it. For this chunk of meat, I should have added a little bit more, but I didn't want to make it spicy for the kids, even though my kids can handle some spice. But yeah, we're just gonna cut up some veggies and get this all loaded into the pressure cooker. I am going to show you here how I kind of store extra produce or leftovers or odds and ends from in the fridge. I just have this little basket, and so if I have just a few random peppers, or like I had those leftover onions from burger night, I just put them in a Ziploc and throw them in that bag, and that way I know I need to use those. And meals like this are great for just using your leftover produce. So I'm gonna go ahead and just chop this up, add it all together, and get this cooking. I typically never have fresh herbs on hand, but I happen to have this fresh thyme, so I went ahead and used some fresh herbs instead of dried herbs. But feel free to use whatever you have in your pantry. So this went into the pressure cooker on the slow cooker feature for 4 hours, and then honestly was in there for like another hour and a half before I got back to it, because just hashtag mom life. But yeah, so I'm just making sure that the meat is tender enough, it's falling apart. You could just pull it apart with a fork. And I'm gonna go ahead and thicken up the sauce into a little bit of a gravy. So I'm using this brown gravy mix, putting it directly into the pot. Not mixing it with water or anything, because there's enough liquid in there. I want to thicken up the liquid that's already in there. And I just put it on the saute button that's on the actual pressure cooker. And that's it, you guys. I actually served this over some rice that I had left over in the fridge from Taco Tuesday. And go ahead and use them leftovers, boo. I didn't need to make nothing else. There's veggies, there's meat, there's some rice. Boom, bam. Serve it with some Texas toast, buttered. Delicious, you guys. So good. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it gave you some dinner ideas. And if you'd like to see more of these videos, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below and tell me what are your favorite meals. Also, make sure you go check out SheSheRose because you guys are going to love her. I'm telling you, she is a vibe. So click off this video right now and go hit her video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.